Thank you for joining me for this week's Old Testament Bible study. Today we'll be looking at Proverbs chapter 3, verses 13 to the end of the chapter. I'll start by reading through verses 18. Blessed is the one who finds wisdom, and the one who gets understanding. For the gain from her is better than gain from silver, and her profit better than gold. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand, and her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who lay hold of her. Those who hold her fast are called blessed. Everything in the remainder of the chapter is about this line: blessed is the one who finds wisdom. Everything else is about what wisdom will do. So, blessed is the one who finds wisdom and the one who gets understanding. And here we have wisdom personified by calling it her. So what does she do for you? Well, better to have her than silver and gold. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare with her. What else do you get? Well, long life is in her right hand, and in her left hand are riches and honor. She brings pleasantness, she brings peace. And he says in verse 18, she is a tree of life to those who lay hold of her. The tree of life reminds us of the Garden of Eden back in Genesis, and the tree of life is restored in Revelation chapter 22. Looking at verses 19 to 22, Solomon writes, "The Lord by wisdom founded the earth, by understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the deeps broke open, and the clouds dropped down the dew. My son, do not lose sight of these. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, and they will be life for your soul and adornment for your neck." So the Lord by wisdom did what? Well, he founded the earth and established the heavens. That's another way of saying that he created everything. And you might be thinking, well, he didn't just do this by wisdom. He also did it because he's all powerful. But the point here is that it was God's wisdom that allowed him to create the heavens and the earth in the way that he did. God can do these things with his infinite mind, by his wisdom, by his understanding. Then wisdom and understanding is also beneficial to finite minds, so much so that we should not lose sight of them. We must keep sound wisdom, because they will be life for our soul and adornment for our neck. So the inner man and the outer man are benefited by sound wisdom. In 23 through 27, Solomon writes, "Then you will walk on your way securely, and your foot will not stumble. If you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden terror or of the ruin of the wicked when it comes, for the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to do it." So keeping sound wisdom and discretion, you'll be able to walk securely. Your foot will not stumble. You won't be afraid. Your sleep will be better. When things happen, like a pandemic that is a sudden terror, when it comes, the Lord will be our confidence. And isn't that true? The godliest people I know during this time have put their confidence in the Lord. In 28 through 30, he says, "Do not say to your neighbor, 'Go and come again. Tomorrow I will give it,' when you have it with you. Do not plan evil against your neighbor who dwells trustingly beside you. Do not contend with a man for no reason when he has done you no harm." In this section, Solomon is talking about how do we treat others? How are we treating our neighbor? We should not withhold good. We should not lie or put off our neighbor. We should not plan evil against our neighbor, particularly when he trusts you. And we should not quarrel with someone for no reason when he has done you no harm. In 31 and 32, he says, "Do not envy a man of violence, and do not choose any of his ways, for the devious person is an abomination to the Lord, but the upright are in his confidence." So don't be a man of violence. Do not be a devious person, because that is an abomination to God. But the upright are in his confidence. The upright are the righteous. In closing, he says, "The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the dwelling of the righteous. Toward the scorners he is scornful, but to the humble he gives favor. The wise will inherit honor, but fools get disgrace." So once again, he's just talking about his contempt for the wicked and his blessings on the righteous. His contempt for the scorners, but his blessing or favor for the humble. The bottom line for the remainder of this chapter is to get wisdom and get understanding. Notice this is not something you either have or you don't have, but it's something that we should be seeking after.